If you're waking up with high creatinine levels, tired kidneys, or feeling sluggish, your morning routine might need a reset. Mornings are powerful. They set the tone for your entire day, especially when you're working to lower creatinine naturally. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 morning habits that support kidney health, reduce stress on your body, and help you take control of your creatinine levels. Starting first thing in the morning. Habit number 1. Let me ask you something. What's the first thing you drink when you wake up? For a lot of people, the answer is coffee. It's part of the routine, right? That warm cup of energy, the smell, the habit. It's comforting. But if your creatinine levels are high, or if you're trying to protect your kidneys, that very first drink of the day matters more than you might think. Instead of reaching for coffee first thing, start with a glass of warm or room temperature water. Why? Because after a full night's sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. Your kidneys have been working all night to filter waste, and they need that first flush of fluid to get things moving again. Warm water is gentle on your stomach, and it helps stimulate your digestion without shocking your system. Even better, if your doctor approves, squeeze in a little lemon juice. Just a few drops. Lemon contains natural antioxidants and can help slightly alkalize your body, which may reduce the acid load on your kidneys. It's not a magic cure, but it's a gentle way to support your system as you start the day. Now, I'm not saying you can't have coffee at all, but drinking it on an empty stomach, especially in the morning, can cause a spike in cortisol, stress your adrenal glands, and slightly dehydrate you further. And for kidneys that are already under pressure, that's not the best way to start the day. Here's a simple routine to try tomorrow. Step 1. Wake up, brush your teeth. Step 2. Drink a full glass of warm water slowly, don't chug it. Step 3. Wait 20 to 30 minutes before you have anything else, including breakfast or coffee. It's a small habit, but it sets the tone. You're rehydrating your cells, easing your kidneys into the day, and creating space for better choices to follow. Remember, when it comes to kidney health, the little things add up. One glass of warm water in the morning may seem small, but over time, it's one of those quiet habits that can make a real difference. So tomorrow morning, skip the coffee for just a little while and give your kidneys what they really need first: water. Habit number 2. Here's something most people don't even think about: how much salt they're taking in during breakfast. It might not seem like a big deal, but that first meal of the day can quietly load your body with sodium. And if your creatinine levels are high, that's the last thing your kidneys need. See, your kidneys are in charge of filtering out extra salt from your bloodstream. But when you start your day with a salty meal, you make them work harder before you've even had time to settle into the day. That extra strain raises your blood pressure and can push creatinine levels up over time. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't even use the salt shaker. That's a common assumption, and unfortunately, it's not the whole story. The real problem isn't just how much salt you add, but how much is already built into the food. A lot of common breakfast favorites are packed with hidden sodium. Things like that golden brown toast, melted cheese on an egg sandwich, or even so-called healthy cereal that's been processed and flavored for shelf life. These meals may look harmless, but they can deliver a heavy load of sodium before you've even had your second bite. So what should you do instead? Try going for whole, low-sodium foods you can control. Unsweetened oatmeal topped with berries, a slice of avocado on no-salt bread, or a homemade smoothie with kidney-friendly fruits like apples and blueberries are all great options. If you're someone who enjoys eggs in the morning, try egg whites without the salty sides. No processed cheese, no breakfast meats. Add flavor with fresh herbs, black pepper, or a little garlic powder instead of salt. The goal isn't to make your breakfast boring, it's to make it smarter. When you give your kidneys a break in the morning, you set a better tone for the entire day. So next time you're prepping breakfast, pause for a second and ask, is this helping my kidneys or hurting them? Because sometimes the smallest change, like skipping the salt, can lead to the biggest improvements in your health. Habit number 3. All right, let's talk about movement. I know mornings can be rushed. You're tired, maybe stiff, or not feeling your best, especially if your creatinine levels are high and your kidneys are under pressure. But hear me out. Even gentle movement in the morning can be one of the most powerful habits for your kidney health. You don't need to hit the gym or do an intense workout. In fact, too much strain, especially heavy lifting or long, punishing routines, can actually raise your creatinine because of muscle breakdown. What we're aiming for here is low-impact, kidney-friendly movement that gets your blood flowing without overworking your body. Just 10 to 15 minutes is enough. That could be a simple morning walk around your home or neighborhood, light stretches while your tea is brewing, or even some seated yoga or tai chi if you're not feeling strong yet. These small actions help your circulation, support healthy blood pressure, and give your kidneys a better chance to filter waste effectively. When your blood moves better, your kidneys get more oxygen and nutrients, and that means less stress on them, especially first thing in the day. Plus, movement helps regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and even lift your mood, which we all need when managing a chronic health issue. The trick is to listen to your body. If you're feeling tired or swollen, start slow. You're not trying to burn calories or push your limits. You're simply waking up your system in a gentle, supportive way. Here's an easy example. After your glass of warm water in the morning, try standing up, rolling your shoulders, gently stretching your arms over your head, and doing a few slow steps back and forth in the room. That alone sends a message to your kidneys. We're up, we're moving, and we're supporting you. And if walking is an option, just 10 minutes in the sunlight can make a world of difference for both your energy and your kidney health. Remember, movement isn't about doing more, it's about doing better. Start small, stay consistent, and give your kidneys a reason to keep working for you. Habit number 4. This one might seem obvious, but it's one of the most important habits you can build when your creatinine levels are high. Taking your prescribed medications on time. Every time. See, your doctor didn't just hand you those meds for fun. If you're living with high creatinine or kidney problems, you've probably been prescribed medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or to reduce protein loss in the urine. And these aren't just about managing symptoms, they're protecting your kidneys from further damage. But here's the catch. Medications only work if you take them consistently. Missing doses, or taking them at random times, can lead to blood pressure spikes, blood sugar swings, and unnecessary stress on your kidneys. Over time, that kind of inconsistency can cause your creatinine to rise, even if you're doing everything else right. Think of it like this. Your meds are like a daily shield for your kidneys. They help control the silent things, like pressure and sugar, that slowly wear down your filtration system. But that shield only works when it's in place. Skip a dose? That shield gets thin. Forget again? Now your kidneys are exposed to even more damage. So what can you do to stay on track? Try setting a reminder on your phone or linking your medication to another daily habit, like taking them right after brushing your teeth or while you sip your morning water. Keep them visible, but safely out of reach of kids or pets, so you don't forget. And if you ever feel unsure about a medication, if it's making you feel off, or you're worried about side effects, don't just stop taking it. Always talk to your doctor. There may be a better dose or a different option that still protects your kidneys without the discomfort. Sticking to your prescription may not feel like a big deal today, but over time, that consistency could be what helps stabilize your creatinine and slows the progression of kidney disease. So remember, those little pills or capsules, they're not just meds, they're tools, and using them on time every day gives your kidneys a better shot at healing and gives you more control over your health journey. Habit number 5. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold it for just a second, and now exhale gently through your mouth. Feels a little better, right? Now imagine starting every morning with just 2 or 3 minutes of that. That's exactly what this next habit is about. Deep breathing and mindfulness. A powerful, natural way to support your kidneys and lower creatinine levels over time. Here's the thing. Stress doesn't just affect your mood, it affects your entire body. When you're constantly anxious, overwhelmed, or in a rush, your body releases more stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, these hormones can raise your blood pressure, mess with your blood sugar, and silently increase inflammation, all of which make your kidneys work harder. And when your kidneys are under chronic stress, they start to lose function, which often shows up as rising creatinine levels in your blood tests. That's where deep breathing and meditation come in. These simple practices literally tell your nervous system to calm down. Your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, and your blood vessels open up, making it easier for your kidneys to do their job. It's like flipping a switch from fight or flight to rest and repair. Now you don't need to sit cross-legged on a cushion or clear your mind like a monk. Just 2 to 5 minutes of quiet breathing in the morning can make a real difference. Here's a simple way to start. Right after waking up and drinking your water, sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4, and exhale through your mouth for 6. Repeat that for just 5 rounds. That's it. Or if you prefer guided support, try a free breathing app or a short meditation video. Something gentle and calming to ease into the day. This isn't just about relaxing, it's about creating the conditions your kidneys need to heal. Because when you're calm on the outside, your organs get calm on the inside too. So give yourself just a few quiet minutes each morning, not because you have to, but because you and your kidneys deserve it. Habit number 6. Let's talk about breakfast. A meal that kickstarts your day, and if you plan it well, can also give your kidneys a real break. When your creatinine levels are high, it helps to choose a breakfast that's light, full of plant-based goodness, and kind to your kidneys. Imagine waking up and nourishing your body with vibrant, natural foods instead of heavy, processed options that can overwork your system. Starting your day with fruits, vegetables, and whole grains not only fills you with energy, but also helps reduce the acid load on your kidneys. These foods tend to be lower in protein waste products, which means less strain on the filtration process. A plant-focused breakfast might look like a bowl of unsweetened oatmeal topped with fresh berries, a handful of nuts, or even some seeds. Or perhaps a green smoothie packed with spinach, a banana, a few slices of cucumber, and a touch of almond milk. The idea is to keep it light and nutrient-dense. Your body and your kidneys will appreciate the gentle start. If you're a fan of toast, consider choosing whole grain varieties with minimal additives and top it with avocado or a drizzle of olive oil instead of high-sodium spreads. The goal is to avoid putting extra pressure on your kidneys right from the start. It's also good to avoid heavy, animal-based proteins first thing in the morning. While proteins are important, they can produce more waste for your kidneys to filter if consumed in excess. By going with plant-based options, you support not only your kidney function, but also your overall energy and digestion throughout the day. Another tip: balance your meal. Pair your light, plant-based foods with a bit of hydration, like that glass of warm water we talked about earlier, to ensure your body is well prepped for the day ahead. And remember, the focus is on natural ingredients that are as close to their original form as possible, giving you the cleanest fuel for your body. By opting for a plant-focused breakfast, you're making a thoughtful choice that honors your body's needs and supports your kidneys in their essential work. It's not just a meal, it's a mindful start to a healthier day. So tomorrow morning, consider reaching for nature's bounty instead of heavier alternatives, and give your kidneys the gentle care they deserve. Habit number 7. Let's talk about something that seems harmless, but could quietly be hurting your kidneys: over-the-counter painkillers. If you're someone who reaches for pain relief first thing in the morning, maybe for joint pain, a headache, or just the usual stiffness, you're not alone. Medications like ibuprofen, naproxen, and even some cold remedies are in most people's cabinets. They're easy to grab, easy to take, and they promise fast relief. But here's the catch: non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, like ibuprofen and naproxen, can seriously stress your kidneys, especially when taken regularly. These meds reduce blood flow to the kidneys and interfere with how well they filter waste. And when your kidneys are already vulnerable or your creatinine levels are creeping up, even occasional use can make things worse. The damage isn't always obvious right away. You might feel fine after taking them for a few days, or even a few years. But behind the scenes, your kidney function may be slowly declining, and that creatinine level keeps climbing. For some people, long-term NSAID use is one of the hidden causes of chronic kidney disease. So here's the habit to build. Stop making painkillers part of your morning routine, unless your doctor has told you they're safe for your kidneys. If you're dealing with regular pain, it's time to look for safer, kidney-friendly alternatives. Gentle stretching, heat therapy, turmeric tea, low-impact movement, and even anti-inflammatory foods like berries, leafy greens, and omega-3 rich seeds can all play a role in natural pain relief. You can also talk to your doctor about other options that won't harm your kidneys. And if you absolutely need medication, always ask your healthcare provider which ones are safest for your situation. Acetaminophen, for example, is often less harmful to kidneys when used properly, but that still doesn't mean it should be taken every day without a second thought. The goal here isn't to suffer through pain, it's to be intentional about how you manage it. Your kidneys already work 24/7 to keep your body in balance. Let's not give them extra work they didn't ask for. So next time you're tempted to pop a pill before breakfast, pause. Ask yourself, is this really helping, or could it be hurting me long term? Your kidneys will thank you for thinking twice. Habit number 8. This next habit isn't flashy, but it can be a game changer if you're trying to lower high creatinine levels and protect your kidneys. Checking your blood pressure or blood sugar in the morning, if your doctor recommends it. Now, let's be clear. Not everyone needs to check these numbers daily. But if you've been told you have high blood pressure, diabetes, prediabetes, or kidney issues, keeping track of these numbers is like checking your car's dashboard. You're not just guessing, you're actually seeing how your body is doing in real time. So why do blood pressure and blood sugar matter so much? Because both are major players in kidney health. When your blood pressure is too high, it puts constant strain on the tiny vessels in your kidneys, slowly wearing them down. And when your blood sugar is elevated too often, it can damage the filters inside the kidneys, little by little, leading to rising creatinine levels over time. But here's the thing. When you check these numbers at home, you're not just collecting data. You're becoming more aware. You start to notice patterns. You begin to understand how your food, your sleep, your stress, or your medications affect your body. And that awareness gives you power. Let's say you check your blood sugar one morning and it's a little high. Instead of panicking, you now know to go lighter on carbs for breakfast, or take a short walk after your meal. Or if your blood pressure's a bit elevated, you might skip the salty snacks that day and make sure you're well hydrated. It's all about small adjustments, not perfection. If you don't already have a monitor, talk to your doctor or pharmacist about getting one that's easy to use. And remember, one high reading doesn't mean everything is going wrong. What matters most is the trend over time. So, if your healthcare provider has recommended it, make checking your numbers part of your morning routine. Just a quick, calm check-in with your body. It's one more way to stay ahead of your health and give your kidneys the support they need. Because the more you know, the more you can do. And that's a powerful place to be. Habit number 9. Let's talk about something that sounds soothing and natural, but can be a little tricky when it comes to kidney health. Herbal tea. Now, I know a lot of people love starting their mornings with a warm, calming cup of herbal tea. It's cozy, it's comforting, and many herbal blends are packed with ingredients that claim to detox, boost energy, or support digestion. But when your creatinine is high or your kidneys are under stress, not all herbal teas are safe. Some herbs can act like diuretics, causing your body to release more fluids, which might sound good. But if your kidney function is already compromised, this can throw off your fluid and electrolyte balance. Others might interact with your medications or even be too harsh for weakened kidneys to process. For example, teas that contain licorice root, parsley, dandelion, or so-called detox blends might seem helpful, but they can actually raise blood pressure or alter sodium and potassium levels. both of which make things harder for your kidneys. And that's the opposite of what we want. So what should you do? Simple, sip wisely. If you enjoy tea in the morning, stick with gentle, kidney-safe options like chamomile, ginger, or peppermint in moderation. These are usually easier on your system and can even help reduce inflammation or support digestion without overloading your kidneys. And whatever tea you choose, always read the label. Look at the ingredients, not just the name on the front. Avoid teas that make bold claims like cleanse your kidneys or flush toxins, unless your doctor specifically approves them. Those blends often include strong herbs that aren't ideal for people with high creatinine. Also, don't overdo it. Even healthy teas can become a problem if you're drinking them by the gallon. Stick to 1 cup, especially if you're watching your fluid intake. Herbal tea can absolutely be part of a relaxing, kidney-friendly morning, as long as you treat it like a supplement, not a cure. Be mindful, choose wisely, and always run new herbs past your doctor or dietitian. Because when you're working to protect your kidneys, even something as simple as a tea bag deserves your attention. Habit number 10. Let me ask you something. What's one small thing you can do today to support your kidneys? That's what this habit is all about. Setting one clear, simple kidney goal each morning. Not a long to-do list, not a drastic change. Just one thing that shows you're actively choosing to support your health. It sounds small, but over time, these tiny daily commitments can add up to real progress, especially when you're trying to lower high creatinine levels. Here's how it works. After you've had your warm water, maybe done some breathing or light movement, take a quiet moment and ask yourself, what's my kidney goal today? Maybe it's, I'm not going to eat any salty snacks. Or, I'll drink 6 glasses of water, spaced out throughout the day. Or even, I'll avoid soda and go for herbal tea instead. It doesn't have to be huge. In fact, it shouldn't feel overwhelming. The purpose of this habit is to create consistency and momentum, one step at a time. Because here's the truth. Kidney health isn't fixed in a day. It's built through repeated actions. How you eat, how you move, how you hydrate, how you rest. And the more intentional you are, the more power you give yourself to change the direction of your health. When you start the day with a clear focus, you're also less likely to drift into old habits or make impulse choices that push your creatinine higher. It gives you a sense of control, and that control builds confidence. Confidence leads to consistency, and consistency leads to better lab results. You can even write your goal down on a sticky note or set it as a reminder on your phone. Just one line, one action, one promise to your kidneys. So tomorrow morning, give it a try. After your morning routine, pause and say, today, my kidney goal is, and then follow through as best as you can. Even if it doesn't go perfectly, the act of choosing and trying still matters. Because every day you show up for your kidneys, even in the smallest way, is a day you're choosing healing over harm. And that's how real change begins. You don't need a complicated plan or expensive detox to protect your kidneys. Just simple, intentional habits that start as soon as you wake up. Remember, your morning is your launch pad. Give your kidneys that little bit of love and support every day, and your body will start to respond. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more kidney-safe tips, and share this with someone who's working on their health too. You've got this, and your kidneys are worth it.